Welcome to the most incredible hour you will spend for the next year. My name is Linda, and welcome to iMarketsLive. We have here tonight an associate, my partner, Cindy. Are you there, Cindy?
I'm right here, Linda.
Wow, what a day. You had a good day?
I had a fabulous day. Every day's a good day since iMarketsLive. How about you?
I had a wonderful day, and you were really busy with the Florida event, and I went into the live trading room today for the first time. Wow, what a day that was. After I left it, I was so motivated, I was pacing the whole house. I'm going to need new carpeting at the end of this month.
Aww.
It was wonderful today. So we've got everybody on the call. Welcome, everybody, and we're about to start this presentation. Everyone relax. Everybody get a cup of coffee. I'm going to make you a little bit upset in the beginning, and then we're going to show you where you can take your control back. I want to know, honestly, I want you to think about this. If your income was to stop right now, how long can you live in the lifestyle that you're living, where you're living, your car that you're driving? How long can you live in that lifestyle? Our parents taught us that we need to stay at least in the bank with 12 to 18 months of our lifestyle, so anything happens, we can continue. Unfortunately, I would think that 90% of these people on this call couldn't live more than a month. And according to Oprah, it's less than 2 weeks. So I think we're about to change some lives tonight, Cindy. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely, Linda. In a big way. I know this is. I think about it before I go, to sleep at night, and it's the first thing on my mind. And it's not just iMarketsLive; it's what it's done to my insides, and restored the hope and the dreams in me, and in others as well. And that's really what's exciting.
So everybody, here we go. And enjoy this, because you are about to take back your control. This is about the merging of two of the most powerful industries, which some of you don't even know of one, and I didn't. Go ahead, Cindy.
I love this question. What is iMarketsLive? iMarketsLive is really, we'll get into the technical of iMarketsLive. You're going to see really how the pieces all fall together, but it really is about one man's dream. Nothing happens but first a dream. Christopher Terry, the CEO, 7-8 months ago, had a dream, had a vision that he wanted to really reach out to average individuals. And he has been in this industry for many, many years, working with the elite all across the globe, but it wasn't enough for him. And I'll be the first to tell you, and I've heard it out of his own mouth, he can't live long enough to spend the money that he has, because it isn't about the money. It's about helping those that are suffering out there. And so his vision, his dream is really materializing in a huge way. And we're going to get into that, and you're going to hear from him tonight. So that's really a special treat.
It absolutely is, and him allowing us inside of his dream is so powerful, and we're all along for the ride. And on this screen now, everyone, you're seeing 5 key people that run this business, and Christopher Terry is right in the middle. He is the CEO. He is opening up his heart. He doesn't need to do this, and he's opening up his heart because he wants to do this, and it's a very refreshing feeling to know that somebody behind you wants to help you. And to the right, you have got Tag, who's the Chief Operations Officer. He's based out of Canada. He's got a resume, bar none. He's been in the industry for a long time, and he's got really good credentials. On the left of Christopher is Isis. She is the CFO. What's really good about that, and all of us have been there before, we truly have a CFO. It's not somebody who's somebody that doesn't know anything about finances. This woman is very talented and has incredible connections in the financial arena. So she will be taking care of the future of this company and the finances, and that really comforts all of us, because we've got all of these partners, and they have their own individual expertise. Below it is Muhammad. We call him the silent giant. doesn't talk a lot, but when he speaks, it's of common sense. It's of the direction that we all want to go in, and customer service is of the most important to him. I receive Skypes from him. Linda, is everyone happy? Is everyone taken care of? When somebody cares that much about customer service, you know that their mindset is in the right place. And then on the bottom on the right is Tish the Great. He's a legend in this industry. This gentleman has built an empire. He sold a position in a company for millions of dollars to come in and become part of this company. You will see as we go on tonight, he plays a very important part. So welcome to the executive team. You'll get to meet all of them. They're very open. They're very understanding. They're very warm, and they deal with honesty and integrity, and they're very humble. Go ahead, Cindy.
I love these questions, the what-if questions. They're simple, but I hope that really tonight it gets you thinking. What if you could turn 2 minutes a day into a full-time income? Just 2 minutes a day. You know, we're not going to make you jump through hoops, but we have to give you a little bit to do. But what if you could do that into a full-time income? What if you could get multi-million-dollar earners working full-time for you and completely, I mean completely, eliminate the learning curve, the intimidation? What if we could do that? And what if we could get connected and get you connected to an educational platform where you could work right at your own pace, right from the comfort of your own home? So what if?
You know, Cindy, when you and I first spoke about 2 weeks before we decided to come to this company, we both were saying that we don't have a profession. So the what if you work 2 minutes a day is going to mean a lot, because I think we now have a backup in what we're doing. Emotionally, I think it's been an incredible ride, because I know that I'm going to learn another trade, which is really, really important. This slide here, who is the most successful person? Can you imagine, Cindy, if Oprah called you this morning and said, by the way, Cindy, today I'm going to do this financially, and tomorrow I'm going to do that. And then Warren Buffett calls you and says, Cindy, I want you to go look at this. Can you imagine what would happen to your finances?
I mean, imagine that person working for you full-time for free. I mean, let's not forget that, for free. I would have loved to been able to call Oprah and really just mirror all the decisions that she made with her finances, Linda. Where would any of us be today? But guess what? It's not too late. I think we have that opportunity right here, Linda.
Well, I think we kind of got our own little Warren Buffett going on, our own little Oprah going on, and we'll see soon. Did you all know, to the extent of the arena, the industry we're going in? I didn't. Cindy, did you know this? This slide is amazing.
It shocked me. No,
The New York Stock Exchange trades daily $22 billion. That number is just mind-boggling. You know, the Tokyo Stock Exchange, $18 billion a day. London, $7 billion. $7 billion a day. And then you go look at the Forex market. It's $5 trillion a day. $5 trillion. Cindy says, when money moves, people make money. When money moves, it's the earth moving over here, Cindy. It's $5 trillion. I never even knew that it was even here. It's opening up a whole new world for all of us. So we have what Oprah is to media, what Warren Buffett is to the actual concept of being incorporated. We have our giant. We have our legend, and that's the CEO, Christopher Terry. He, by far, has been a major player in this industry. People have sought for him to speak all over the world. He's on print material. He's been on TV. He's been in books. He has created more people to become rich by training them than anyone I've ever met. And when I say training them, it's very hard to be a teacher. You got to have a certain heart, an incredible amount of patience, and really want to take somebody from point A to point B. and not to let go of them until you feel that they're ready. This man, and I've been on calls where people come in and say, oh, I'm this and I'm that, and then he'll say, well, yeah, I remember you. I trained you. So there's a lot of people out there that are making incredible incomes from this gentleman. And I'd like right now, with the most incredible amount of pride in my voice and my heart, to introduce you to Christopher Terry, the CEO of our corporation.
Hey, Linda. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Your speech today had me going. Oh, my God, was that incredible.
Yeah, it's, you know, some days it's going into the technicals. Some days it's going into the motivation, the mindset. And some days it's going into the goals of what a person, really where people want to go. So it's a multi-pronged game plan, basically, of helping people.
You're just, I mean, besides just teaching us, you're motivating us. I felt so good about myself today.
Yeah, it's a little bit of technical and a little bit of mindset. It's I've done many seminars in the past, and I basically called it Success and the Markets, or Trade Successfully, Technically, and Mentally. I always tie them both together. It's important. Network marketing and trading, both you have the technicals and the mental side of the game, and that's the most important.
Awesome. I can't even, I you know, it's like in the beginning when I worked with you and I knew, you know, what questions to ask. I don't even know anymore because you've become such a legend to me. I mean, you've changed my life in a short period of time. My husband is now, he considers himself training for a new profession. Yeah. I have not spoken to Joe in 5 days.
I noticed he's in the live trading room. I noticed he's in there and he's answering questions and he's excited. And I've seen people, and we'll show that in a little while. I've seen people's lives change in just 4 days of coming in and realizing, you know, all the struggles they've been through, and it's that everyday grind. They don't have a shot in life. You know, you're working at a job or a business and you can't get ahead, and all of a sudden you're in this room, this environment for growth, learning how to trade, keeping your mindset right, and combining it with the network marketing. Oh God, I mean, just learning a career, a craft that will take you for life. I mean, it's just, God, it's something that's motivated me since the 1990s when I've gotten into business, early 90s, mid 90s.
It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I'm going to hand over this call to you, and we're ready to go and hear what you're going to share with us right now. Thank you for being here.
So, you want to go to the next slide?
Yeah, right there.
Okay, what we have, I have a team of traders, team of friends that are of mine that we've worked together hand in hand over the past 8, 9 years, some of them 5 years. And phenomenal team. Nick is an amazing technical analyst. Outstanding. He's out in the UK, one of my friends. And Susan I know for about, since about 2005, around that time frame. So we're friends for about 8 years. We've worked together in the past, and she's a phenomenal motivator. She's a great technical analyst. She's a great trader. And then there's Lewis. And all these people, they're just the family to me. And Lewis, this guy, I met him. His wife and I were friends, and she had called me up in 2008, and she said 2008, and she said, you know, the economy's turned down. She goes, we're trying to do some little stock trading thing, this 1 hour trading, and Lewis is losing money every day. He's stressing out. He's basically losing his business, his construction business, because if you remember back then, there was no work. I mean, everything just went downhill. There was no bank financing, so buildings couldn't get built. And he needed to find another career path. And they called me up, and I took him under my wing, worked very closely with him, and he followed my work. And he's been extremely profitable for the past 5.5 years. He's managing multi-7-figure accounts for other people, so he's trading other people's money along with his own money. He's full-time in the markets. Here's a gentleman that used to carry a hammer each and every day, dungarees, his boots, and now he's in suit and tie whenever he goes. He feels good about himself. He's controlling his own destiny. He doesn't need me. None of these people need me. They are independently successful on their own, but they realize that there's a high, when you're in the markets and you do so well, it becomes like a higher calling to help others, and it's something I've been doing for over 14 years. And they've joined together. We have other people that are joining on with us, and I'm just so proud to have each and every one of these people on our organization to support our members. So we have 3 different types of service when it comes to trading. On the left is a trade signal service. Now, they had said earlier in the presentation that you could work 2 hours per day, 2 minutes per day, and really, it's about a minute and a half of getting ready, and then about a half a minute of physical work. And literally, all you're doing is turning your charting platform on, making sure it's connected, and you can walk away. Now, I'm going to bring you back to that in a second. The second part is our live trading room, where during the course of the day, we give trade ideas, support, and resistance, and we tell people where we are buying and where we are selling. Well, those that can't be in our live trading room elect to take the signal service, because when we put a trade in the live trading room, the signal that we generate hits our server and then connects to anybody who's logged in worldwide instantaneously within a fraction of a second, and sends a signal. And if they're connected and they accept the signal, it will help them execute a trade on their account. Now, the third part of this is the wealth education, and that ties into all 3 of them. Those that are on the signal service, well, they have access to all the educational webinars and videos. So even though they can't they can't trade full time, they just want to get that signal, they have the ability to learn through our educational process. The live trading room, as Linda was saying, she watched it today, and I was doing a bit of a webinar. I did a 30-minute webinar on goals and where we should be technically and mentally. I went through that whole information. We recorded that, and that goes into our wealth education. The trading room is an 8-hour all day long, showing people exactly how to buy and sell, the patterns and the reasons why. So when we send the signal, as you see here, this is the signal. So when we send the signal, it's generated from our live room where people are watching this. So it's not some hokey dokey computer generating them. Us, the traders, are generating these signals. So if you look here, you have right in the middle is our server, and we are shooting signals to the server, and the server is shooting signals out to worldwide, globally. Whether you're at the beach, just leaving your computer running and maybe went to the store, or even the single mom who's sitting in front of her computer with her child getting the signals, or the gentleman sitting in front of his computer just doing his other business, and the signals are generating trades which equate to profits, which equate to money. So literally can become a trader without having to physically be at the desk. And you can change the slide.
Do you want to share something with us?
Sure.
I know that there's something you wanted to show us.
Can I show you the signals and the live room?
Oh my God, that would be absolutely incredible.
Okay.
Are you serious?
Yes. And so everybody understands. In terms of legitimacy, we're fully in compliant with the CFTC and the NFA because we're generating a signal and we're educating. We're not managing anybody's account. Okay, I'm going to switch over. You can switch it over to me in a minute. The presentation slides. We're not managing anybody's account. We're not touching their account. We don't have their logins or anything. So let me set up my screen for you. Okay, so I'm showing you my screen. All right. What you have here is 2 remote desktop connections. What that means, they're computers in the cloud. They're located in 2 different locations. This one is located in Chicago, and this is located in Pennsylvania, and I'm in New York. So what we're going to do is I'm going to execute a trade on the master computer. And as you can see, it executes on the master computer, and within a fraction of a second, is shot globally, whoever's connected. And we set this up on a demo account for demonstration because we're not trading people's account in the middle of the night. But it sent a signal globally, and this computer right here, this account received the signal, and it translated into a trade. So if we feel that the market is a buy or a sell, we will buy and we will sell, and those that are plugged in receive that signal. Now, people are going to ask, well, what about stop loss? What about risk? Well, we could put our stop loss, and if you look right here on the stop loss, when I hit the stop loss, it generates a risk point for the market, for your trade, you see? So basically, every trade we do, we're protecting the risk and we're magnifying the reward. So if we feel that the market is going to go up, we buy it and we put a risk below it. If we feel it's going to go down, we sell short and we buy it lower. Either way, we're looking to make a profit. People ask, how good are you? Well, our profit ratios are high. We can't go into physical numbers or any of that due to legal reasons. Obviously, we can't give you a physical number because it could be translated and interpreted many different ways, but our ratios are pretty high, our success ratios. And let me just exit here, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to do one more signal. Let's do it again. Watch this right here. Click the button, we buy, and instantaneously, within a fraction of a second, our clients worldwide get the same signal. This is the most amazing product that ties into our educational services that I can ever think of. And now, Linda, can I show the live room?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean,
okay.
This is such a treat. Thank you so much.
Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put up a video real quick. So each and every day, the members log into our quote-unquote live trading room, and they see my screen, just like you're seeing my screen right now. And they watch as I do my drawings, and I pick out where maybe support will be or resistance will be, and I point out different things on the charts all day long. And I'm teaching traders why certain areas are sells, why it's a buy, why we don't mess around in narrow ranges. And I go through in detail the best technicals out there. And the best technicals, which we discussed today, are price. We educate and we educate and we educate. And we're teaching people how to fish rather than just handing them a fish. So the Signals platform, we're handing them a fish because they can't be with us live or they don't want to be. Now, we are teaching those who want to fish all day long, 8 hours a day from 8:30 in the morning Eastern till 4 p.m. Eastern. And sometimes we'll take half hour out and we'll do a educational webinar, a technical or a mental webinar. Now check this out. Check this out. This is from our trading room today. These are people, so what I'm doing is I'm giving an audio and video all day long, plus we're commenting. And we're commenting in two people within our room. We have people on our team. We have not just Lewis and Susan. You know, we have support. The support is outstanding. Our own people, our own students are helping each other. Where else can you get that? All right. So if you take a look here, these are people that had made these comments during the course of the day, and it just blew my mind. The lives that are changing. This is just after a couple of days. The money people are making, the excitement that they're getting, the happy. I mean, they're just mind blowing. How we're just changing lives. You know, it's just exciting seeing these people, seeing how they just share in love with us. It's just blowing my mind. All right. And as I didn't ask anybody to type this. This is stuff that we are doing, given our work each and every day. People that don't know me, they don't know where I came from. I don't know them. But we met in our common trading room, and I'm giving them the best we can each and every day, technically, mentally. My TV fell off the wall today, so everybody was joking about it. It literally fell off the wall. There was some kind of bolt that broke. But they ask questions, we answer the questions, and you can just see people are just happy, 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 happy. A little bit every single day. Imagine where you're going to be in 6 months. If you learn a little bit every day, you're going to be a beast in trading, that Coy said. And she's been watching and she's excited. So, I mean, I'm just purely excited. So we have 3 phenomenal products. The Signals platform, second to none. The live education, we teach you exactly what you need to do. And the wealth education, which is those videos, the live webinars that we do. And now, Linda, I'm going to turn it back over to you, or you could just take the video back.
So I'm going to go on with the signal service while Linda comes. She might be on mute and talking to herself, or may have just fallen on the floor there. So
no, I was talking to myself. I was on mute because I was letting Chris go. I was so excited, and I was watching all those things. And I forgot I was on mute. Go ahead, Cindy. You take this slide.
So and Christopher, thank you so much for sharing your time with us. We're so blessed to be here.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, for what you've given to each and every one of us, and those to come. The signal service, as Christopher showed you, takes less than 2 minutes a day. It really literally does. He says less than 2 minutes. So if you really don't know how to click a mouse, it might take you 2 minutes. But turn your signal on. No learning curve whatsoever. You can earn while you learn. You have choices here. You know, don't be intimidated by this industry. Many of us have. I say there's 2 kinds of people in the world, those that are traders and those that want to be, and the ones that want to be maybe are intimidated or just had no one to teach them. You know, Christopher Terry is to Forex as Bill Gates is to Microsoft, so you could not be in better hands with him and his team. Leverage the expertise of highly successful traders. That's what I just said. And a low barrier to enter. He has made this so available and so doable for the average person, and those are really the people that he wants to help and those that he wants to reach, and he's doing a fantastic job of it so far. Linda?
You know, Cindy, I'm laughing to myself because I made everybody practice because we were going to have a perfect webinar. But when, you know, it's like when E.F. Hutton speaks, everybody stops. When Chris talks, I forget who I am, where I am, and what I'm doing because I want to learn from him. So I'm really sorry about that.
Don't be sorry.
No, you know what? I learn every time. Live training rooms, and that's what we were just in right now, and the excitement inside of the room and the people that are learning, and some are trading with demo accounts, some are trading with their own accounts. I want to make it very clear at this point. Do you realize that the company doesn't have anything to do with your account? They don't know your password. That is your money. Your upline doesn't make a percent. Your downline doesn't make a percent. That is solely your money. I want to make sure you understand that because for me, it's a huge statement, and we're going to get to that statement that they make. So we have the live trading rooms, and we've gone over all of this. We watch Chris Terry. He trains with us. He explains, Christopher Terry, he explains what he's doing. He's just absolutely incredible, very detailed. It's not just buy here and sell there. There's a reasoning for everything that he's doing, and he spends the time. That's what a teacher does. He spends the time to explain it. Major difference of where your heart is to where your mind is. And you know what? You're part of a global community right from your home, and you can wear your pajamas and be very, very successful. So it's a great place to be. Wealth education. Go ahead, my dear.
The wealth education, I mean, you know, I always say if a day goes by that you haven't learned something new and laughed, it's a waste of a day. And so you're going to get that here as well. The trade training from beginners to advanced. I mean, really, I just admire his patience. We watched a video just a few nights ago of how to set up the signal. I just could not believe how he came down to so many levels of the greenies or the beginners, and he went over what seemed to some people would be simple steps. He went over it, 4 or 5 times just to make sure that everyone understood exactly. So he has the patience of a saint in my book. Marketing training, we're going to hear from the best of the best here just shortly, from beginners again to advanced, and personal development. Attitude really determines your altitude. So your attitude, your mindset has to be right, and we have it all here. So for everyone, brand spanking new, the beginners to the advanced trader. And you know what? If you're a little on the skeptical side, start out with a demo account, because you get to practice. You get to play while before you pay. With up to $50,000, it's a virtual account, and you can watch your account go, and it ties right to the signal as well. That's been a big question. And so get in the room and see what's happening in there. I mean, you're going to get sucked in. I promise you that. So this just blows me away every time. I hear the same information all the time, Linda, and I'm just as excited as the first day. I just want to sign up all over again.
Absolutely. And when you go inside the Skype room and you see people saying, I love you, Chris Terry. I love Christopher Terry. I love Chris. I mean, it just doesn't end. The line after line after line. So we're definitely in the right place. I know. So now I want to throw this slide out, but we've got to keep it in here. I think we should ask Tish after this, do we really have to have this slide? There is no competition. We are the only ones out there doing what we're doing. But I guess if you want to learn how to do it, and not have a signal or have somebody explain it, but just have some soft load download or a training that you're going to sit for one whole day in a hotel, you're going to spend $9,000. Or, there's so many different ways to learn this, but nobody's combined it and nobody's done it the way that we're doing. So for me, this slide is here just to show you how incredibly priced we are, but more so, there is no competition. So, at this point, I call this the front of the house. This is the spot where I want you to realize, which is so important, that nobody on this call, nobody in this company to this point has made money but you. Your upline hasn't made money. The company hasn't made money. You realize the company makes zero to this point. That is such an incredible statement. They are so sure of themselves that they know they can help us create wealth, create a legacy that we all want to have for our children. They're saying, we are not making any money on what you're doing. We're going to show you how to do it. Where the money comes in is on your referral network. Until now, you were the only one that made any money. But now we're going to show you how everybody makes money. It's the perfect way to share your financial success. Is in networking. We're all used to people running away from us when we want to show them something. Now people are running towards us because you're in the financial arena. That's where the money is being made. That's where the billionaires are being created. That's where people create a lifestyle. That word lifestyle is so important here. We are, a 3x8 company filled matrix, left to right, top to bottom. I'll explain why we're saying company filled in a minute. If you look at the chart on the left, there are 8 levels. All right? If you would have filled all 8 levels, it's 9,800 people for a total income of $170,000. Let's see how we get there. First of all, it's not 1% or 0.05%. It's 7% on every single level. Level 1, Level 2, Level 3, Level 4, Level 5, Level 6, Level 8. 7%. That is $17.29. So, all I need is 15 people in my downline, and I will cover my monthly. My monthly is $247, and that includes the 3 flagship products that you just heard from the CEO. What is exciting is that this downline that we're going to create that only needs 15 members can be done by you. you're going to bring people in. But it also could be done by your downline. So what your downline's efforts are doing counts for you. But now it's your upline. They're going to help you, and their upline's going to help you. That alone is just amazing. But let's take it a step further. When we say company fills, this part of this is still, you got to get used to all the great things, because we're not so used to having such wonderful things brought to us where they're actually breaking down all the barriers. They're collapsing all the walls for us. I've never been in a company where they said, you know what, we're not going to take one personal. We're going to give all the personals that the company gets to the field. But yet, that's not enough. Not only are they going to put them in our matrix, but they're going to give us their sponsorship. They will sponsor nobody, and they're giving away the sponsorship into the field. So it's the best of all worlds. Absolutely the best of all worlds. And you're going to see in a little bit why that's even more exciting. You're going to meet somebody, like Cindy said, that's really, really incredible. On this page, you have an income disclaimer. Guys, this is real serious. These are great numbers. And in a perfect world, which we don't have, even if I split it in half and I split it in half again, it's still incredible numbers. But all of these numbers depend on you. Nobody can do this for you. Okay, you have to work hard. So there's an income disclaimer down here. And the reason is that we are not allowed. We've been told by ownership, never hype this up. If anything, please play it down. Because on its own, it's going to go. Go ahead, Cindy.
Opening up the matrix. This is the part that I absolutely love. I mean, talk about breaking down all the barriers and just making it so simple for the average person. We're not talking about double digits here, double-digit qualifications. We've all seen that in the past. You're going to refer just 2 new associates to iMarketsLive. You're going to unlock your levels 1 through 4. In a perfect world, completely filling those 4 levels, you're looking at a potential monthly residual income of a little bit over $2,000. Now, that's not hard to take just for referring 2 associates. Well, let's take it one step further. Just 4 more for a total of 6, and you're going to unlock 2 more levels. So in a perfect world, if you fill every single spot in those 6 levels, you're looking at creating a potential monthly residual income of almost $19,000. What if it was just half of that? Let's go 3 more. You're going to unlock 1 more level. So completely fill your levels 1 through 7, and you're looking at a potential monthly residual income. Residual meaning you do it once, and that's it. And you continue to get that every single month. Almost $57,000 for levels 1 through 7. Where have you ever seen these numbers? Now let's refer just a total of 12, and we're going to unlock every single level. Well, not every single one. 1 through 8, that's 7%. You have the potential of $170,000 every single month. Linda, I just think this is just outstanding.
It's absolutely incredible because, you know what, it's not even so much referring to it as sponsorship or sponsoring. You're just going to be so excited because you're making money and you finally found something real that it's just going to be so easy to share. It's almost like, you know, you're going to interview them versus recruiting. We don't have to recruit. There's no more recruiting for us. We're at a different level. We're in a different place right now. This slide will show you the 2 bonuses that we're getting. The first one, in phase 1 only, you're going to have what's called the referring helping bonus. It's $400 on every personal. The package that they're paying for is $1,500. So in phase 1, you'll receive $400 bonus, which is paid weekly, by the way. Then the big one is when you sponsor 15 people, you open up the level 9 here. On level 9, you receive 1%. Cindy, that's an additional $48,000. Do you think you and I could manage to live on $218,000? Can we try?
I don't know, Linda. You know, it would make me cry. But I got to tell you this, and I just want to let everyone on the call know that it is a statistic that 98% of families go into foreclosure just by virtue of $350 a month. So imagine what this kind of income, this kind of lifestyle, how this would help so many families out there. And again, just get them dreaming again. I'm in awe.
Absolutely. This package is called the Grand Entrance Lifestyle. It's going to be only one time, and it's going to close either by a number, which we're waiting for the big man to tell us, or by date. And that date is when we go into Vegas for the official launch. This package includes prime position in a 3x8, 2 months of the auto ship, the executive membership, where you get the signal or the 3 flagship products, which is the live trading room, a value of $5,500, the live training and signal service, a value of $6,500, a ticket to an event that Cindy and I are going to talk to you about in a minute. Everybody, I'd like to introduce you to one of the legends in the industry, Tish the Great.
Thank you for having me. I just wanted to just mention a couple of things. Right now, I know someone is sitting there saying, oh, it's one of those things. And I want to say, yes, it is. This 5 years ago was the only industry which allowed a boy from Africa who came with just $70 to the United States an opportunity. It gave me an opportunity when no one else wanted anything to do with me just because I had an accent. So if you are looking at this industry and saying it's one of those things, you better be excited because it's one of those things. This created a lifestyle for me which I wish each and every person who sees this presentation gets to have. I never look at any prices of anything. I just pick up whatever I want and I just pay for it. That is the life I wish each and every person has. Why am I doing this? 5 years ago, I was sleeping under a bridge. 5 years ago, I was washing in restrooms at McDonald's. 5 years ago, I was asking strangers if I can come in and shower. That was 5 years ago. I got half of an opportunity like what some of you are going to have right now, and I ran with it. I did not think twice. I did what I had to do, and right now I make in a day what some people make in a year. Very few people can ever say that. So ask yourself right now, if it's not this, then what? All they're asking for is 2 minutes of your day. All they're asking for is to give you an asset which you can have for the rest of your life. No selling of pinto beans, things which won't benefit you. What you get from here, you can use it to go and buy more pinto beans, more vacations, all of those things. When I was approached to take a look at what they were thinking of creating, I said, guys, thank you, but no thank you. I am making way too much money. I am not interested. I do not want to look at it. It took a year to convince me to take a look at the idea they wanted to do. When they said 2 minutes a day to help someone just by sacrificing 2 minutes a day, I wanted to be a part of this. I sold a very successful business just to be full-time in here. You are talking to someone who has been making some serious money, some really, really serious money. And if it's not today, then when? If it's not this, then what? If it's not you, then who? That's all I want to say. I'm getting choked up after listening to Chris. I can't really talk right now, so thank you for bringing me out.
All right, and what he said just now, and he was very humble about it, that he sold a position to be part of this company. He sold a position for millions and millions of dollars. So we're talking about a legend. So he's giving us every single piece that we can't trip. that we're going to finally be who we want to be. We're going to create the legacy that we want to. Along in this Grand Style package, you're also going to receive a $400 Fast Start bonus on your personals. It's a one-time price of $1,500. This package will go away when we launch in Las Vegas. Cindy, we can't get in trouble because Tish is on the phone, all right? Cindy, we can't. Guys, listen to me. Shh. Tish, don't listen. We are going to create history in Las Vegas. We're going to do something that's never been done before in the history of networking. It will never be done again because I don't know if anyone will ever be able to pull it off again. This is going to be a weekend I don't think anybody should miss for anything. It's 3 days of fun and food, education, motivational speakers, events, sitting with Chris and talking to him on a personal level, sitting with Tag and talking to him on a personal level. And there's Mo, and then we're going to be trained by Tish. This is going to be incredible. But Friday night, history is going to be made by us. There's not a doubt in my mind. It will be so viral the next morning. I would think it would be a shame if you weren't there. Now, during this event, they're going to be giving away a lot of stuff. Originally, there was a meeting amongst the partners, and I was really lucky enough to be in that meeting, and I listened to them. You know, I'm on your side. I'm one of you. So you always look for something. You look for the mindset of who you're dealing with. And I'm sitting in this meeting, and they say, all right, we're going to give away a brand-new shiny car, and the key will fly off the stage, and it'll make a whole big to-do. And then they said, no, we're not going to do that. We don't need one person to walk away with one expensive gift. We want everybody there to have a chance. So there'll be 25 Mac Air books given away with gorgeous leather briefcases with logos. There'll be TVs, iPads, cell phones. So much stuff is going to be given away. But it's raffled off, which is major for me. It doesn't make a difference to the owners if you brought in one person or if you brought in 500. The fact that you have the belief window enough to be there to join them on their dream and their venture was enough for them. You know, they're not impressed by the big people. They're impressed by your heart and your soul and your mindset. That's why they're doing this. So what they're going to do on Thursday nights, they're going to have a dinner with the top 10 producers and a guest. You'll be able to sit there and listen and share your thoughts and your concepts and what you feel, and they're incredible listeners. They want to hear from you. I mean, they just sit there and they're sponges because they know that they don't do everything perfect. You are the field. It's so nice to know that the field's voice is going to be heard this time. You're not going to get somebody with Gucci shoes behind the desk saying, oh, you got to do this, or you're going to have to, this is the best of all. You're going to have to brand my company. Go out and spread the word. No. Tish is spending an incredible amount of time, energy, and money to brand the company, which only helps us. So it's going to happen on September 22nd, 20th to 22nd. You got to be there to win a lot of stuff, and the ticket is included in your price. If you'd like to bring a spouse or a partner, it's going to be an additional $97. Cindy, what do you think about being in Las Vegas? Besides
Linda,
getting in trouble with me.
No, we've been to events before. I absolutely am convinced that there's going to be nothing that's going to compare to this. Again, no competition, and it will go down in history. But one thing I say about the events is you just can't duplicate them. You can't. The magic happens at the events. You can't bring that feeling and that energy and what someone set up on stage that you're so thankful you were sitting in that chair listening to. You can't bring that home. You can't recreate that. You have to be at the event. The other thing is, you know what, Linda? There's so many firsts here with iMarketsLive. There's never going to be another official launch. You need to be part of this. And they have made it so doable with the bonuses that they are, I like to say, they're just throwing money at us. I mean, if you personally, we're taking that word out of the vocabulary. When you personally refer just 2 associates, you get an additional $200, and you have to be in Vegas to get that. Personally refer 6, an additional $800. Personally refer 9, and it's an additional $1,700. So think about this. You personally refer 9 new associates to iMarketsLive. You're making $400 per person, per new member. That's $3,600, and add that to your $1,700 bonus. You're looking at a little over $5,000, $5,300 to be exact. Where have you ever, in your lifetime of marketing, ever made that kind of money? We're not even into double-digit referring and over $5,000. They have eliminated every excuse for you to be in Vegas. You know why? Because they know how important it is, and because they're going to make history with or without you, but more importantly, they want to affect you, and the only way to do that is by you sitting in that room with the rest of us. And it's going to be like nothing you've ever seen. You need a story. You need to tell the story of Las Vegas. I just can't believe the numbers, Linda. I mean, again, I can't be on this presentation with you. Please, ladies and gentlemen, don't mistake my excitement for hype. There is no hype here. This is a real business. I get to change my career. I don't have to know it all. I can earn while I learn. I don't have to jump through hoops to do this. And I have caring executives at the helm running this company, not taking any personals and doing everything in their power to help me succeed. I've never seen that before in my lifetime. I will never see it again. And I know Linda and I, you and I have talked about this. There is no other choice for us. And we want this choice to be for you too, each and every one of you. We look forward to meeting you in Vegas. Get back to the person that sent you to this presentation, and I hope to meet you in Vegas. I know I will, because fortunes are going to be made, and we're going to change lives here at iMarketsLive. Ladies and gentlemen, have a blessed evening. Thank you very much, and good night.